Hello, my name is Luis Arturo Yebra. I study management of tourist resorts in the SEA. My unique student number is 117085. I was born in Guanajuato on March 7, 2000. I have prepared this video on February 4, 2022. About my life as a student, I started in the Esperanza Lopez kindergarten. Then I went to the General Sostenes Rocha elementary school. I studied at the Ignacio Ramirez in the middle school. The name of the high school I went is the Centro de Estudios de Bachillerato. And finally I entered to the Universidad de Guanajuato in the División de Ciencias Económico-Administrativas. My laboral life began when I was 12 years old, and I started selling bread with two friends. We would go around the neighborhoods near our home. Later, my mother started with the sales by season. In November, she made cajeta de nuez and guayaba. In December, she made tamales, buñuelos, and atole. My brother and I used to do the same thing, selling in neighborhoods near our home. I looked for another job to be able to have more money. I had the sales and I went to work as a cerillito empacador at a Bara Super. But the tips weren't very good, so I decided to quit that job. And then a high school friend invited me to work with his dad as a part of his audio and lighting staff. He's a DJ. When my mom stopped selling her food, I lost that job and I decided to look for another job, but one that wouldn't affect my work as a staff. And then I found a job as an asistente in un taller mecánico. There I learned during my vacation periods and I like it. 2 years later, I began to like music and my dad began to teach me harmony. He is a mariachi and I started with the instrument called vihuela. I studied every day and I had to leave my job as a staff to be able to join the mariachi group. I'm still studying and working on music, but now I play the guitar. And about my social service, I have completed my first component in person, supporting events such as charity races, museums rallies, environmental work, and I supporting the project Identificación de Potencial de Crecimiento de Empresas. I still haven't done my professional practices or my social service component too. During the pandemic, I have learned to not stress myself so much about unnecessary things. I have learned to persevere, continue studying, and make sure that you never stop learning something new. I also learned to take care of a small vegetable garden. Okay, about my family. My family is united. I have one brother and two sisters. About my pets, I have 4 dogs and 1 cat. All live together. All of them have been adopted and 1 rescued. Currently, the only physical activity I do is walking. My favorite hobbies are listening to music and studying the guitar. About movies, I like the comedy genre. Recently, I have seen anime series like One Punch Man, One Piece, Demon Slayer, Baki, Naruto, and other series like Chucky and Peacemaker. I don't read books, but I regularly read PDF documents, articles on tourism, travel, hotels, recent news about COVID, and that's it. Currently, I have only liked battle royale cell phone games like PUBG or Call of Duty, and I like retro games. On my tablet, I installed an emulator to play Nintendo and arcade themes. My favorite podcasts are La Mesa Reñoña and Los Amos del Universo. My favorite YouTuber of the moment, I think, is Mr. Beast. I have not yet visited another country, but it is in my future plans. My first plan is to finish my career, get a job related to what I'm studying, and I hope to keep my job as a mariachi. I didn't like the city I live in before because I saw a lot of tourists, and I questioned myself, why do you like Guanajuato? Then I grew up a little more. I began to leave the city, and the place I visited always caught my attention for being something new. Since then, I recognize that Guanajuato has attraction and striking products now. I don't stop looking as a tourist whenever I go by my guests change. Now I turn to see everything as a tourist and not only with my tunnel vision. About cooking, it's not something I like to do often, so I don't have a specialty. What I do like is eating. I play two instruments, one called the vihuela and the guitar. And I would like to learn to play the violin. And I'm currently studying my career and studying for my current mariachi job. My role on my job is management the Facebook page of the group and sing and play the guitar. And that's it. Have a nice day. Thank you.